Ready am I.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Youth Connect Friday, June the 25th. I'm Aiden.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Joshua.
I'm Nabras.
I'm Jeffrey.
And welcome to our Youth Connect. Hello, guys. Happy June 25th. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. To start off our Youth Connect, obviously, we go into our video game news to start us off. So obviously we need to do our spotlight game of the week, where I bring you a game that I really want you to check out. And today's game is actually very special because it was literally released today. And I mean today. And today's game of the week is called Mario Golf Super Rush. Now, Mario Golf Super Rush is a golf game. But it's not any golf game because you want to hit the green with up to 4 players locally or online and golf with friends from the Super Mario series like Mario, Peach, Yoshi, and more. There's many modes ranging from standard golf to the energetic speed golf. Now it has very simple motion and button controls, which makes it easy for both new players and seasoned pros to drive and putt. The reason why this game is so amazing is that it is a party game, so you can play with family and friends. But what makes this golf game so unique is that it has a story mode. Now, in this story mode, you enroll your Mii character in golf training at the famous Bonnie Green's Country Club, where you go from beginner to pro. The stakes are high, and you must also watch out for Wario and Waluigi's tricks and even fearsome bosses. Bosses in a golf game. Who would have expected that? That's pretty insane, I must admit. And you'll face off against your Mushroom Kingdom classmates and level up your character, and you could bring your character into customized stats into other modes too. So it's sort of like a leveling up system where if your character is very good, your stats will also increase. So this game is really interesting. It's not like your average golf game. It has way more than you would usually expect. And honestly, guys, I might need to get this myself because this looks like a really, really fun game. Anyways, though, we got Kevin, and Kevin has with us some local Ontario, Canadian news and weather.
Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of Youth Connect. The time is now 3:30. I'm your host, Kevin Ruja. For first, the headlines. Ontario reports 300 new cases of COVID-19 and 2 more deaths. Ontario meets vaccine targets to enter Step 3 weeks ahead of schedule. Trudeau says border restrictions will be further relaxed in the coming weeks if all goes well. Trinity Bellwood's encampment evictions reasonable, firm, but compassionate. And Kobe Bryant's widow to settle a lawsuit over deadly crash. Ontario is reporting fewer than 300 new COVID-19 cases for the 5th day in a row and 2 more deaths. The 7-day rolling average now stands at 292, a notable decline from 411 a week ago. The province virus-related death toll is now 9,101. In the Greater Toronto Area, Toronto reported 36 new cases, while 38 were logged in Peel Region, 6 in York Region, 3 in Halton, and 7 in Durham. There are currently 275 people receiving treatment for the virus in Ontario hospitals. However, the Ministry of Health says there are more patients in intensive care units, 284, and then 202 are breathing with the help of a ventilator. More than 3.7 million people have been fully vaccinated in Ontario by receiving 2 doses of approved COVID-19 vaccines. Ontario has met the vaccination threshold required to enter the third and final step of economic reopening weeks ahead of schedule. The provincial government roadmap to reopen highlighted vaccination rates as the key benchmark to open additional portions of the economy. In conjunction with declining hospitalizations, ICU occupancy and positivity rates targets that have been exceeded in recent days. In order to initiate step 3, the province would need 70 to 80% of the adult population vaccinated with a single dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, and a quarter of the adult population would require 2 doses. Currently, 76% of Ontarians aged 18 and above have received the primary doses, while 25% of the adults received the population has been fully vaccinated. The province, however, is still in the first step of the reopening plan, and top cabinet ministers are offering vague suggestions about whether the next step will be sped up. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau signaled today the government is likely to further relax some of the most stringent border measures this summer, but Ottawa has no qualms about keeping the crossing ahead for longer if an influx of travelers threatening public health. The federal government says Monday in fully vaccinated Canadians and permitted residents can skip the mandatory quarantine when returning from abroad starting the night of July 5th. A negative PCR test taken 72 hours before departure is to require for all travelers, but the border will remain shuttered to all foreigners regardless of their vaccination status. The continuing closure has angered some U.S. lawmakers, business interests, and Canadians eager to reunite with family and friends from south of the sword border and beyond. When pressed on just how many Canadians need to be fully vaccinated before travel resumes, Trudeau says that's not the only consideration. As of July 5th, Canadians and permanent residents will be able to upload a copy of their vaccine certificates to the Arrive Can app, which would allow them to bypass the mandatory hotel quarantine when they return. Toronto Mayor Toronto Mayor John Tory defends the actions of police and private securities tasked with evicting several dozen homeless people from Trinity Bellwood Parks on Tuesday, saying it was most peaceful despite police using pepper spray, horses at one point encircling people with mental fences. After issuing trespass notice at the encampment for 10 days earlier, police, shelter administrations, and private security guards descended on the West End Park on Tuesday to remove about 25 people who live in tents in the park and refer them to the shelters or city-paid hotel rooms. Protesters gathered in defense of the encampment dwellers, and city crews began erecting a large blue metal fence around the area. They claimed to help facilitate cleaning. There were clashes between demonstrators and police, some who were on horseback, some clad in full rider gear, and pepper spray was reportedly used against those demonstrating. Police later said 3 people were arrested at the scene, one for assaulting a peace officer, another for weapons possession. In sports, Kobe Bryant's widow has agreed to settle a lawsuit against the pilot and owners of the helicopter that crashed last year, killing the NBA star, his daughter Gianna, and 7 others. Vanessa Bryant, her children, and relatives of other victims filed a settlement agreement on notice Tuesday with a federal judge in Los Angeles, but terms of the confidential deal weren't disclosed. If approved by the court, the settlement, first announced by KABC TV, would an negligence wrongful death lawsuit filed against the estate of the pilot and the owner and operator of the helicopter that crashed into the hillside on January 26, 2020. Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter Gianna and 6 other passengers were flying from Orange County to a youth basketball tournament at his Mamba Sports Academy in Ventura County. The helicopter encountered thick fog in the San Fernando Valley north of Los Angeles. Pilot Ara Sobayam climbed sharply and had nearly broken through the clouds where the Sikorsky S-76 helicopters banked abruptly and plunged into the Calabasas hills below, killing all 9 aboard instantly before flames engulfed the wreckage. In today's weather forecast, we've got rain this afternoon. The temperature is at 26 degrees centigrade. On Saturday afternoon, we've got a risk of thunderstorm. The temperature will be 27 degrees centigrade. That's all to report on weather. Have a great weekend, folks. And now back to Aiden's gaming news.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Man, I hope that the weather really lightens up, and I can't believe, you know what, the helicopters. It's very sad. It's very sad to hear that. There's a lot of people that got hurt, and honestly, fog comes in at most random of times. My heart goes out to them. For our second video game news, I want to talk about an event that happened actually 2 days ago, and that was Sonic's 30th anniversary. Now, I know that doesn't seem like a big thing, but trust me, 30 years of Sonic the Hedgehog is quite a feat. Sonic's 30th birthday is as much a celebration of the series fans as it is the Blue Hedgehog himself. And which is why I want to talk about a game that is actually free due to the fact that it's Sonic's 30th anniversary, which is Sonic Mania. Now, Sonic Mania, which was produced in celebration of Sonic's 25th anniversary, which was all the way back in 2016. But Sonic Mania is built by members of the fan game and ROM hacking community. So I am fully down to support those people, because when you get a ROM hacking crew and you're also part of that community, it just feels good. And the ROM hacking community made Sonic Mania, which then Sega bought for $17 million. That is awe-inspiring. That makes me want to drop my jaw. But it was built by the fan game, and it was led by the Australian game developer Christian Taxman Whitehead. And this Sonic Dream Team created a game that's both a celebration and an evolution of the classic 2D side-scrollers that started it all. Most fans say that Sonic Mania is the second best Sonic game there is. So if you ever have some time to check it out, and obviously this is my opinion, I would put it on the number 1 spot. It was an amazing game. And if you have some time to play Sonic Mania, it's on every single console, PC, Switch, PlayStation, and I think even Xbox. So if you have the time, check out Sonic Mania, one of my favorite Sonic games ever. Anyways, next up we got Joshua, and Joshua has with us some world news and of course very cute animal news.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Youth Connect. Here's what's happening around the world. Nearly 100 unaccounted for after deadly high-rise collapse in Florida. At least 99 people were unaccounted for after portions of a high-rise condo building north of Miami Beach collapsed early Thursday, killing at least one person, officials said. Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniela Levin Cava said 102 people have been accounted for so far. The 12-story building called Chaplin Tower South collapsed just after 1:30 a.m. local time. It is not yet clear why the building collapsed, but when the dust settled, the building appeared to be sheared into two with bunk beds, dining rooms, and entire homes left blowing in the wind. Rescue teams are tunneling below the building in a race against time to find survivors, but officials said it is too dangerous to send searchers on top of the pile. Hundreds of first responders are on the scene, and President Biden is promising federal aid. The building fell while most were asleep, but surveillance video captured the moment part of the 12-story structure collapsed into a pile of rubble. The video shows the building folding in on itself in a matter of seconds. Officials say 55 of the 136 apartments on the collapse on the northeast side of the building. Literally half of that building is not there anymore. Surfside Mayor Charles Burgett said it isn't yet clear what caused the collapse, but engineers are looking for clues. One study from a researcher at Florida International University found that the building constructed 40 years ago, one on reclaimed wetlands, has been sinking at a rate of 2 millimeters per year for the last 3 decades, which may have impacted the building structurally. What you need to know about the Delta Plus coronavirus variant. We've been hearing about new, more infectious variants of COVID-19 for months. Now, health authorities in some countries are raising concerns over yet another variant referred to as Delta Plus. India this week announced it had found about 40 cases of the Delta coronavirus carrying a mutation that appeared to make it more transmissible, and it advised states to increase their testing. So what is exactly is Delta Plus? The variant called Delta Plus in India was first reported in a Public Health England bulletin on June 11th. It is a sublineage of the Delta variant first detected in India and has acquired the spike protein and mutation called K417N, which is also found in the Beta variant first identified in South Africa. Some scientists worry the mutation, coupled with other existing features of the Delta variant, could make it more transmissible. This means it can make vaccines and antibody drugs less effective and increase the risk of reinfection. There are worries Delta Plus might inflict another wave of infections on India, which has only recently emerged from the world's worst surge in cases. Did you see it? We just had a strawberry moon yesterday. Sky watchers were in a treat with the last full supermoon of 2021, the strawberry moon. If you missed the strawberry moon, check out these photos. The strawberry moon, which actually didn't look red or like a strawberry, illuminated in a golden color across the sky Thursday evening, peaked at 2:40 Eastern Time, but was not visible until later in the evening. The supermoon was dubbed the strawberry moon because it signaled to some Native American tribes ripening of strawberries that were ready to be gathered, according to Ontario's to the Old Farmer's Almanac. June's full moon is often referred to as a strawberry moon because it falls during the strawberry harvesting season. Now for our animal interest news. There was a llama drama on Highway 400 Wednesday night as the four-legged traveler meandered along the shoulder near King City, causing lanes to be blocked off while crews attempted to catch it. According to OPP, the animal got loose from an animal clinic in the Aurora Road area and strolled along the highway for roughly 9 kilometers. Likely, the area is a construction zone, so drivers were already moving slowly, which helped keep the animal safe as it ventured along the road. After several reports of the unique sighting, police put out a call on social media for anyone with a trailer to help safely remove the animal. Roughly an hour and a half later, the police say local farmers showed up and took the animal back to the veterinarian facility. The llama wasn't injured and the highway was reopened for traffic. Police say its owners were notified of the animal's adventure. The OPP say llama will be added to the list of strange and unique animals found on the highway, including cows, a horse, and a moose. This is Joshua Show reporting for Youth Connect. That's it for me. Now I'll send it back to you, Aiden.
I gotta say, guys, that strawberry moon, whoo! It kind of reminded me of a picture of Castlevania. I gotta say, it was pretty beautiful and honestly really gets me inspired to paint. But more importantly, it reminded me of Castlevania. Just be careful, guys. You might see Dracula in the corner of the room. We finally have our board game of the week to end off our video game news. And board game of the week is similar to video game of the week, but instead of a video game, we are doing a physical board game. And today's board game is one of my favorite childhood board games, which is Mousetrap. Now, I have to tell you, Mousetrap was one of my favorite games as a kid. And for some of you guys who don't know what Mousetrap is, I have a short description of what to expect when playing the game. So the game is 2 to 4 players. And with these players, they have to verse against each other as mice, trying to navigate through a complex mousetrap. Everyone sits together and builds the Rube Goldberg-inspired mousetrap as they move their mice across the board. They also try to collect cheese cards, which allows them to move the other mice to the cheese wheel, which is bait for the trap. Once the mousetrap has been completely constructed, players can attempt to capture each other's mice in it by turning the crank, which activates the mousetrap. If the mousetrap doesn't malfunction and the mouse is captured, he is out of the game. The main appeal about Mousetrap is the ridiculously complex contraption that is the Mousetrap. Sometimes even young children can figure out how to assemble it from the blueprints on the board, and everyone enjoys watching it to do its magic. I, for one, have to agree with that. I really loved doing that as a kid, just building the contraption on its own, because Rube Goldberg is such a strange phenomenon in a way. You know, one thing, if one thing starts if one thing is in motion, it will continue to stay in motion and will put other things in motion as well. Man, Rube Goldberg, he was a genius. So I hope you check out Mousetrap. But next up, we have Nebraska. Nebraska has with us some movie and entertainment news.
Hey, then, can you hear me?
Can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. How are you guys today? My name is Nebraska, and I'm your host for the entertainment news. Let's get straight into our top story. And our top story is about Formula One Drive to Survive. Formula One Drive to Survive is a documentary series produced in collaboration between Netflix and Formula One to give a behind-the-scenes look at the drivers and races of the Formula One World Championships. The first season, covering the 2018 World Championship, premiered on 8 March 2019. The second season, covering the 2019 World Championship, premiered on 28 Feb 2020. And the third season, covering the 2020 World Championship, premiered on 19th March 2021. So now I'm going to talk about Season 1. So the 10-part series is the first to truly immerse the audience inside the cockpits, the paddock, and the lives of the key players in Formula One. The series covers the 2018 Formula One World Championships and has rare and exclusive access to the world's fastest drivers, team principals, and owners, as well as Formula One's own management team. So if you like races, if you like Formula One, if you like cars, fast cars, so check this out. This documentary series is on Netflix. So my second story is about Abstract, the Art of Design. The Netflix's new documentary series, The Abstract Art of Design, celebrates the time and effort great designers spend in creating magnificent designs through an exploration of their works and lives. The documentary series is 8 episodes long. Each episode covers a designer from a different field. Since each field is different, the episodes are quite varied, but all of them share some common themes. They all cover famous work of the designer, one that made the designer stand out of the crowd. They follow a project that the designer is working on currently, and they give us a peek into the private lives of the designers. This allows all of the stories to thematically work together as a cohesive whole while allowing each episode to be non-repetitive in structure. So if you like art, if you like design, so this docu-series is on Netflix, so check it out. Awesome. So let's go to our third but not final story. So my third story is about the Electric Kingdom. When a deadly fly flu sweeps the globe, it leaves a shell of the world that once was. Among the survivors are 18-year-old Nico and her dog, on a voyage advised by Nico's father to a mythical portal. A young artist named Kid raised in an old abandoned cinema, and the enigmatic deliverer who lives life after life in an attempt to put the world back together. As swarms infected flies roam the earth, these new survivors navigate the woods of post-apocalyptic New England, meeting others along the way, each on their own quest to find life in a world gone dark. The Electric Kingdom is a sweeping exploration of art, storytelling, eternal life, and above all, a testament to the notion that even in an exterminated world, one person might find beauty in another. So this is a book. It's called The Electric Kingdom. You can find it on Amazon and many other sites. Just search it on Google. Awesome. So today I have 4 stories for you. So my 4th story is about Star Wars Card Trader app. So experience a whole world where you can collect and trade your favorite Star Wars characters, weapons, spacecraft, memorable moments, and more with fans across the galaxy. Star Wars Card Trader app offers fun and engaging way to collect and trade digital collectibles, complete mission to unlock special content, trade in lower tier collectibles for rare ones, and the ability to customize your own profile by showcasing your favorite collectibles and choosing character-based avatars. So this app is called Star Wars Card Trader app. So it's available on App Store and Google Play Store. So discover a whole new world of collecting. So I love this app. I've been using for 2 years. It's been 2 years, so I love this app. So if you like Star Wars, if you like collecting and trading cards, this app is for you. So remember, it's called Star Wars Card Trader app. Yeah, so that's all for me. Always, this is Nebraska from Youth Connect. I'll see you all next. Thank you very much. Back to Eden. Thank you.
I gotta say, guys, that trading game sounds pretty awesome. If you guys are interested in doing, if you're interested in getting cards and collecting stuff, because I know my dad really likes doing those collect-a-thon kind of like games, I recommend that you guys check it out. To add the cherry on top of our Youth Connect, we always need to end off with Jeffrey, and Jeffrey has with us some live music.
Hi everybody out there, I'm performing from Boshkong Lake, and I'm going to be performing When the Night Feels My Song by Bend Down Sound Clash. Here we go. I'm on the rocky road, hanging down off the mountain slope, and there's my steps. Echo, echo, louder than before. Another day is done. Say goodbye to the setting sun. See what I found. Turn back to the ground, just like before. Hey, 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 a beautiful day. A beautiful day. Hey, a beautiful day. A beautiful day. When the night feels my song, I'll be home. I'll be home. Into the undergrowth, twist and turn on a lonely road. In the twilight that turns into night, and I'm alone. And when the night has left, I'm not sure of my every step. Follow the wind that pushes me west, back to my bed. Hey, 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 a beautiful day, a beautiful day. Hey, a beautiful day, a beautiful day. When the night will be home, I'll home. When the night feels my song, I'll be home. I'll be home. Feels my song, I'll be home. I'll be home. Thank you.
My goodness. That was such an amazing song. You know, I'll Be Home is a classic. I know my parents liked that song. They were dancing in the background, but you can't see them, obviously. They were having a really fun time. But this ends our Youth Connect, June 20th. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. We got music, we got video game news, we got entertainment, we got to learn about animals, you know, and we also got to learn about the weather. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. I want to thank my co-hosts. Thank you.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Aiden.
Thanks. Oh. I didn't expect that. Thank you guys so much. My goodness. But we got to get a bit serious here and just say, remember, guys, if you like the show, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Don't forget to click the notification bell.
100%. But other than that, I want to thank you, co-host. Thank you, Nebraska. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Kevin. And we will all see you next week. Or actually, we'll see you next week because you guys have a weekend. You guys got a long weekend next week because of Canada Day. Anyways, guys, have a great week. We will see you in 2 weeks.
See ya.
Other than that,
See you
Bye,
next
guys.
2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.